process now of getting the visitor center ready to open. We're going to start on Friday. For Memorial Day weekend, it's an ongoing process. We are learning a lot about what we can do in there. We're sprucing it up inside. The borough is going to redo the... Charlie, I don't want you taping this. Thank you very much. Because I don't know what you'll do with it. Is that all right? Do you mind not taping?
This is a public forum. If there's something you're embarrassed about saying...
I'm not embarrassed. I just don't want to see myself without my permission on something.
Well, we'll just quote you exactly. If you'd like, I can write it down or just tape the audio.
We're going to definitely start on Friday and be open starting for Memorial Day weekend. And the borough is redoing the front steps. I hope to have the front door open, but those stone steps have to be torn out and rebuilt. And so that's going to take, I think, a few months to do. We had an idea about helping to staff the visitor center by having each business send a volunteer for one day. I think that's a great idea, and I'm happy that a couple of people have already, 5 already. We're very pleased about that, and I think that'll really help.
Playhouse got the visitor center as a visitor center, right? So what exactly are your employees going to be doing at the visitor center that we now have to supply people? I'm just a little confused.
You don't have to do anything.
No, I'm just trying to understand.
We will have an employee there every minute that the visitor center is open to monitor the facility, to make sure the bathrooms are kept clean, and to give out quarters and answer questions and sell tickets.
Only going to be New Hope focused, or is it Bucks County? Will Peddler's Village be able to advertise?
So far we are offering it only to New Hope businesses, and our hope is that we can, I still don't know what this is going to cost, so I'm just kind of taking it as it comes, but my hope is that I can, obviously I want to be able to have this be a revenue neutral opportunity for the Playhouse.
I remember back in the Borough Council in February, I am the one who suggested that to sell that non-performing asset, you were going to turn it into a performing asset. Some of the concerns here is that you're benefiting, the Bucks County Playhouse benefiting from a neutral visitor center that you got for $1 a year. The concern was that the visitor center's taking so long. One of the things that was said in February was that Playhouse would be able to start immediately in a month. We were going 4, 5, 6 months.
Alex, you stood up in February and there was no work in progress. It was very specific as to what you guys were going to be doing at the visitor center. 3 months later, it's a work in progress.
Well, our lease started April 1st, and I got to tell you, getting the phone company in there to get the phone was extraordinary, because we wanted the same phone number it was there before. So I think we're doing everything that we said we were going to do when we're doing it.
The mule barge ride is not ready to start. Similar to the door issue, we have bigger issues right now. As we speak right here, if Mark Stevens was here and could give all of you a tour downstairs, there's a river going through this building. Engineers have said that that is a very serious situation. The pump up at Center Bridge that is costing close to $3,000, Connie, you can explain how much. So we profess to be a town that conserves, we're green, we're energy conscious, yet at Center Bridge, as we speak, you got a pump working overtime 24/7 to keep that water level where it is today. If that pump stops today, I'm told by the DCNR people that it can now be dry in 2 days. Not only will the barge operation be in the mud, literally, and you lay off 3 or 4 people, but the wildlife, or the fish and the turtles, everybody there, it's going to be fun.
I need to answer you, George.
May I finish, and then you can go, Connie. As of this week, those areas, those leaks are being addressed, and we have a group that's a formidable group called Canal 21. And if you don't know them, you should look them up and support them, because their mission is strictly focused fixing our canals. Once that's fixed, the barges will start, and then the mules be back, which is another concern, because PETA has stepped up their concern for using mules. And I have a strong letter from the headquarters in Virginia stating that it's time that we allow the mules to enjoy their life.
Absolutely.
Besides running for profit out of tourists, pulling a 9-ton barge of tourists in hot days. If the mules are not allowed to be used for whatever reason, the barge ride will be able to be continued with electric motor. They can still, the tourists still ride an authentic barge, and you can have mules show up for special events and what have you.
I'm Connie Gehring. I sit on the Borough Council. I'm a former business owner, and I am one of the co-founders of New Hope for Our Canal. We're the group that came about 3 years ago when there was no water in this canal, and we work with the Friends of the Delaware Canal. We're the ones who help with the repairs, clean up, and we're the ones who pay to pump the water in the canal. And according to Georgia's contract, as long as there's sustainable water, and we have had sustainable water, we should be able to have the mules in the mule barges. Now, the issues with the properties on this section of town and other sections have been here for years, and the DSNR is well aware of it, so that has nothing to do with us not having mules. So I just want to clear the air that sustainable water is what we needed. Thank you.